Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at American Eagle Outfitters. This was a stock analysis request and I just wanted to remind you all that anyone can make these requests and I will most likely cover them, especially if there is an actionable trade setup to follow. Now in the case of this chart on the long time frame we have two distinct possibilities and we are kind of in the middle of both of them at the moment. And firstly, we have the yellow interpretation in which we completed here a wave 1 up. And now we are most likely still within the wave 2 to the downside. We could have realistically completed this in an A, B, C. And then this could be the first 1-2 setup, even in the yellow scenario. But we haven't really reached the support zone that starts at $5.10 down to the 72-cent area level. And yeah, this is why I would rather prefer continuation to the downside in this yellow interpretation, where we would be now in the C wave, and this would be a wave 1 down. This could be the wave 2 up. Could still be that we would still be in the wave 2 even then, but then this could be another 1-2 setup that is developing, and yeah, we could follow in the third, fourth, and the fifth, and then another 4-5 into the area that we have here in yellow for support for a wave 2. Now we have the other alternative scenario, the white interpretation. I find them both similar in likelihood, and in this interpretation we have instead here a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and then this would be the next 1-2 setup. It would be the next wave 1, and then this could have been a wave 2 bottom, and yeah, now we could have an additional 1-2 setup that is developing. In this case, we would have the area of support for a wave 2 between the $13 level down to the $5.4 level. We so far reached the 61.8% retracement. We dipped below it a couple of times, but yeah, in this case, we could already be tracking the third wave that would be developing to the upside. The unfortunate part about this interpretation is that here, in this movement that formed here to the upside, it is pretty difficult to actually find a way to count 5 waves. I would much rather consider this as an ABC pattern that developed, and then we could still track continuation to the upside, but it would be in a diagonal pattern of some sorts, and then yeah, this could turn out to be an ABC that is developing. Could be that yeah, this would be an ending diagonal in the case of the wave C. It could be another wave 1, larger wave 1 that is forming within the larger third wave, and then we would have another 1-2 setup that possibly formed here, and then we could be in the third wave now. If we look closer, yeah, let's even draw a support zone for the idea that this could be another 1-2 setup. Yeah, we reacted very strongly to the bottom of the support zone twice. Yeah, 3 times if you consider even this low that didn't quite reach the bottom at the 78.6% retracement, but we did hold the support very nicely, and yeah, we could have started the continuation to the upside. So I do want to keep track of this interpretation as well, but I will have to assume that this is developing as an ABC pattern instead. Now I won't keep this support zone on the chart as well for now, and yeah, for this interpretation in the yellow one, I don't remember exactly if I mentioned this, but here I was mentioning the 1-2 interpretation. It could still be that this is 1 and this is just an ABC pattern within the wave 2. It could still be the case, so I would really need a break above the 78.6% retracement at the $28.8 level for an indication that we would be in the white scenario, and I would really need a break above this high, this actually all-time high, for a confirmation that we are not in the yellow scenario. Now, in the idea that we are pushing directly to the upside, I don't have a lot of structure here to work with. I could really see the idea that this would be a wave 1 up, this could be a wave 2 down, and then we could either be already in the third wave to the upside, but really I would have expected probably to see more more direct continuation with strength, and that is still plausible, I suppose, but this could still turn into 1 2 1 2, yeah, no, just a 1 2 3 4 5, and then we could be looking for another wave 2 correction. But we need to be careful, because that would also be a valid count for an ABC pattern that is developing, and that could play into the idea that this is another 1 2 setup. And I do have to say, this does look like a 5-wave move to the downside here. So if I were looking for resistance directly from this movement to the downside, I would be looking at the area between $13.8 up to the $21 level at the 78.6% retracement. A break above that, above the 78.6% retracement, let's make this a different color not to confuse you. This would still be, I will just mention this would still be within the yellow interpretation, but I want to use orange just to, yeah, maybe even blue, just to make it more clear through the background of the larger resistance area here. So I would like to see a break above this level for an indication that we are not within this 1 2 setup, and I would need a break ideally above this, the beginning of this supposed wave 1, to invalidate it completely. But already a break above these levels at the 61.8% retracement would be a pretty good continuation of a suggestion that this is not playing out as a 1 2 setup. Overall, I would tend to be very careful on this chart, and we aren't really anywhere near a support area to really have a better entry with a great risk reward as we would have in the case of the bottom of this area, where we had here a 1 2 setup. As I was mentioning earlier, we did have the 78.6% retracement that could have been a decent place to enter. Now, I wouldn't have necessarily entered there because, yeah, it was a 3-wave move to the upside. There was also developing as a 5-wave move to the downside. I have to say, there is still a great deal of risk that we are falling back down. We don't have to enter the yellow area if we fail to form here this movement, this third wave to the upside, with, or the A wave within the third wave to the upside. But a break below the beginning of this would be a very high likelihood that we would reset this overall 1 2 setup here on the larger time frame. So 1 2 would be a possible reset, even if we don't follow through with the yellow interpretation, where we would be looking for a 5-wave move here to the downside. But for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.